The Three Golden Apples. Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Read and presented by George Pitropogiannakis.
Long ago, when giants and dragons roamed the earth, there grew a wonderful tree with apples of solid gold. Brave young men often set out in search of this fruit. Many of them never returned, and none of them brought back the apples. For the tree with the golden fruit was guarded by a dragon with 100 heads. One day, in those faraway times, as three maidens sat twining flowers on the bank of a stream, a stranger appeared.
How handsome and strong he is.
What a strange cloak he wears. It looks like the skin of a lion.
Can you tell me, pretty maidens, whether this is the right way to the garden of the Hesperides?
What? The garden of the Hesperides.
Turn back, stranger. Those who seek that garden never return.
Pray, brave traveler, why do you journey there?
A king, who is my cousin, has ordered me to bring him 3 golden apples from the wonderful tree that grows there.
Ha! That is an impossible order to obey. Have you not heard that the apples are guarded by a dragon with 100 heads?
I know it well, but I fear it not.
With these words, the stranger raised his club and let it fall on a rock nearby. The great rock was shattered into 100 pieces.
Do you not believe that such a blow would frighten even a dragon?
I see you are no common man, but still, a rock is a rock, and a dragon is a dragon.
You are right, fair maiden, but dealing with beasts has been my business all my life long. When I was but a baby a few months old, I fought a mighty snake more than 6 feet long.
What strength!
What power! Still, a snake is a snake, and a dragon is a dragon.
Alas, more.
When I was but a lad, I fought the biggest lion in the world.
What strength!
What power!
This cloak you see upon me now is his vast and shaggy hide.
Still, a lion is a lion, and a dragon is a dragon.
Tell us more.
When I was somewhat older, though not very much, I fought the terrible Hydra with 9 heads.
Then you must be the hero, Hercules. His battle with the Hydra is known far and wide.
Yes, fair maiden, I am Hercules.
Then they crowned the hero with wreaths of flowers. and they danced about him, singing songs of praise.
Dear maidens, now that you know my name, will you tell me how I am to reach the garden of the Hesperides?
You must go to the seashore and find the Old One.
He and he alone can tell you where the garden of the Hesperides and the golden apples are to be found.
The Old One. And pray tell, who may the Old One be?
Why, the old man of the sea, to be sure. When you find him, hold fast and do not be surprised at anything he does.
Then Hercules thanked them all for their kindness, and once again set forth upon his way.
Remember, Hercules, you must hold fast to the Old One, or you will never learn what you wish to know.
Hercules traveled for many miles over hill and dale, for the seashore was a long way off. But finally he came to a beach.
That must be the Old One lying there, fast asleep.
He stole forward on tiptoe until he stood beside the strange creature.
Yes, this must be the Old Man of the Sea.
Hercules seized the sleeping stranger by an arm and a leg.
Tell me, Old One, which is the way to the garden of the Hesperides?
To his surprise, the old man disappeared from his grasp, and he found himself holding
A stag.
Hercules remembered what the maidens had said, so he kept fast hold and squeezed hard. The next instant, the stag disappeared from his grasp, and he found himself holding
A seabird.
the strange bird. Fluttered and screamed at Hercules, but he kept fast hold and squeezed harder than before. The next instant, the seabird disappeared, and he found himself holding
A three-headed dog.
The dog growled and barked at Hercules and snapped at him with all three heads. But Hercules kept fast hold and squeezed even harder than before. The next instant, the dog disappeared from his grasp, and he found himself holding
A snake.
The snake twisted and twined about Hercules, but he kept fast hold. And this time he squeezed so hard that the snake hissed with pain. The next instant, the snake disappeared, and Hercules found himself once more clutching
the old man of the sea.
Who are you? Why do you squeeze me so hard? Let me go this moment, or I shall think you a very rude person.
My name is Hercules, and you will never get out of my clutch until you tell me what I wish to know.
And what is that?
I want you to tell me the nearest way to the garden of the Hesperides.
You must travel north by west to the shores of the farthest sea. There you will see a very tall giant who holds the sky upon his shoulders. He can tell you what you wish to know.
Farewell then, old one, and thank you. I am sorry I squeezed you so hard.
Hercules journeyed for many days until
Here I am at the shores of the farthest sea, but no giant do I find. Can it be that the old one tricked me?
just then he noticed something gleaming in the distance.
It seems to be a huge cap made of gold, and it is floating closer and closer to shore.
The waves pushed the giant cap against the very rocks where Hercules stood. Quickly he clambered inside. At once the golden cap floated out to sea.
I wonder where I am sailing.
The cup rocked back and forth with the motion of the waves. Hercules sat down to rest and soon fell fast asleep. After a time, the vessel came to shore. Hercules opened his eyes and saw.
Who are you down at my feet there? Why did you come here in that tiny golden cup?
My name is Hercules, and I am seeking the garden of the Hesperides.
Oh, that is a brave adventure for the likes of you.
And why not? I have no fear of either man or beast.
We shall see about that, my little friend.
Even as the giant spoke, heavy clouds were gathering about his waist. The next moment, a terrible storm broke forth. Rain lashed down with a terrible fury, and bolts of fiery lightning were loosed from the skies. But Hercules stood unafraid. Then, all at once, the storm stopped.
What? Are you still there?
I am waiting for you to tell me what I wish to know.
The giant was angry that Hercules showed no fear.
I am Atlas, the mightiest giant in the world. I hold the sky upon my shoulders.
So I see, but do you know the way to the garden that I seek?
What do you want there?
I want 3 golden apples for the king.
There is nobody but myself that can go to the garden of the Hesperides and gather the golden apples. If it were not for this business of holding up the sky, I could easily get them for you.
Can you rest the sky upon a mountain just for a little while? None of them is quite high enough. But if you were to stand upon the highest of the peaks, your head would be level with my own. Will you take the sky upon your shoulders while I fetch the golden apples for you? Is the sky very heavy?
You don't even notice it for the first 1,000 years. But it does get rather heavy after that.
1,000 years. Is that how long you have stood here?
More than that. That is why you see this forest growing all about my feet.
How long a time would it take you to fetch the golden apples?
Oh, that would only be a matter of a few minutes. I shall take very large steps and be back with the apples before your shoulders begin to ache. What say you then, Hercules? Any brave man can fight a dragon, but none can boast the glory of having held up the sky.
It is agreed. I will hold up the sky while you go to fetch the golden apples.
Hercules climbed up the mountain. And the sky was carefully taken from the shoulders of the giant. And placed on the shoulders of Hercules. The moment his burden was removed, Atlas began to leap and dance for joy.
Ho, ho, ho! I am free. At last I am free.
He set forth to the garden of the Hesperides. His first step took him 10 miles out to sea.
10 miles in a single step, and the water only comes to his ankles.
The second step took him 10 miles more.
10 miles in a single step, and the water only comes to his knees.
The third step took him 10 miles more to the deepest part of the sea.
10 miles in a single step, and the water only comes to his waist.
The fourth step took him 10 miles more.
10 miles in a single step, and now he is completely out of sight.
No sooner was the giant out of sight than Hercules began to worry.
The sky is beginning to feel heavy already. What if Atlas does not come back?
Time passed very slowly for Hercules.
My shoulders are aching. How will I ever get rid of this heavy sky? I really pity the poor giant. If I am so weary, after only a few minutes. Imagine how tired he felt after more than 1,000 years.
The wind began to blow, raw and cold, chilling him to the bone.
It is a good thing I have my lion's skin to warm me.
Then the wind ceased, and the sun blazed fiery hot.
How hot it is now, with the lion's skin about my shoulder.
Hercules became more and more weary.
Me. Things are never what they seem. I thought this would be a noble and glorious adventure. But now I would rather be a humble shepherd tending his flocks than win praise from all the world for holding up the sky.
His neck hurt him dreadfully, and he longed to move a little. No, I dare not move. The sun might fall right out of the sky if I do. Where, oh, where is the giant? What can be keeping him so long? Then, to his great joy,
At last, there he comes at last. I am very glad to see you again. Have you brought the 3 golden apples?
Certainly, certainly, and very fair apples they are. I took the finest that grew on the tree.
That is good news indeed. But can't you walk any faster? I am anxious to be rid of this tiresome task.
Patience, my little friend. Patience.
Atlas appeared to be in no hurry to take back the sky.
It is a beautiful spot, that garden of the Hesperides.
Yes, so I have heard.
And the dragon with 100 heads is a sight worth anyone's seeing.
So I have heard. If you please, Atlas, I am rather in a hurry. Will you be kind enough to take back the sky now, so I can be on my way?
Oh, I have no fancy to take back the sky just yet.
What are you saying? You must take back the sky. It is your job, not mine.
You are most impatient, little friend. If the king is in a hurry for the apples, I can take them to him faster than you.
At this, Hercules gave a shrug, and 2 or 3 stars fell.
That will never do. By the time you have stood here as long as I did, you will learn to be calm.
What? Do you intend to make me hold up the sky forever?
We will see about that. Perhaps, if I feel inclined, I might take it back in 1,000 years or so. In the meantime, it gives you a splendid opportunity to prove your strength to the world.
I don't care about proving how strong I am. All I want is to be rid of this heavy burden.
Then Hercules decided to play a trick on the giant.
If I must hold up the sky for 1,000 years, I will need a cushion for my head. Will you take back the sky for a minute while I make a cushion out of my lion's skin?
That's no more than fair. I will take back the sky just for a minute or 2.
So Hercules shifted the sky back to the shoulders of the giant. Then he picked up the 3 golden apples and tossed them into the air.
Honk, honk, honk. Now it is my turn to rejoice at my freedom.
You have tricked me. Take back the sky this very minute.
But Hercules only laughed. Off he went with the 3 golden apples, leaving the giant with the sky upon his shoulders. And their atlas stands to this very day. The end. The 3 golden apples. Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Read and presented by George Pitropogiannakis.